Alright guys, what's up? Well, LayedBackGaming here with my first Force tutorial, finally. Basically I'll be going over turns, banked waves, and some spirals. So, I'll just really quick show you how to make them, and then I'll speed through it and let you see about what a half a turn would look like, and basically all I was going to do is just show you how to make them. But about precision, well, if you click LB and RB, that goes up and down. But if you look right here in a second, let me get this lined up. All right, if you look right here, LB and RB goes up so fast and so high and low. If we push in the left analog stick, look how slow it goes. So that's just precision for most of you people that didn't know that. If you click in the L, the left analog stick, it'll go so much slower, which will give you a much smoother heel or smoother turn or whatever you want to make. So yeah, basically what I do, I just line it up and I'll look at each side. First I'll look up above, and then I'll go and look at each side and make sure they're lined up perfectly with the other piece right here, like I'm doing now. And if it's not, then I'll just move it up and I'll check both sides again. But basically for the regular bake turn I'm making, basically what I'm doing is I'm slowly making it go up while slowly turning it. I mean, if you want to, you can just go slowly up and then turn it after you go up about 4 or 5 pieces. But what I usually do is I usually start turning it about after like 2 pieces. So yeah, I'm just slowly going up and slowly turning it. As you see right here, I look at each side to make sure that each side is lined up pretty perfect with the other piece to make it a really, really smooth track. And that's really all it is. Really, is just taking your time and being patient with the Racetracks. I mean, other tracks, yes, maybe take more skill than Racetracks. Racetracks is mainly just patience and just if you rush through it. I mean, good forgers, yes, they can rush through it and make a great track. But some people, you just got to take your time if you want to make a good track. Which, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you just got to take your time. So I'm just slowly moving it up, as you see, checking each side to make sure they're both lined up pretty good. And there you go. Just turn it a little bit, and I'll speed it up here just in a second and let you see about halfway through the turn what it would look like, and then I'll drive on it and stuff and show you how smooth my tracks are, because they're just so amazing. No, I'm joking, but yeah. Also, for you that don't know, the top 10 voting video is out. So go check that out, man, and leave me a vote, because I'll probably make the actual video here in about a week or so. So go leave a comment and vote for that. And here, I'll speed it up here in a second. Let's leave that. Look at each side. I mean, you don't have to, but what I do, I always make sure I look at each side just to make sure it's lined up just perfect. And when you're making just a regular bank turn, it's good to just keep it at the same angle instead of switching angles all the time. I mean, I know it's sometimes hard, not really though. I mean, and then yeah, speeding through this mess like crazy. I wouldn't have to speed through it if I was a fast forger, but that's one thing I'm not. Still managed to put out some pretty good quality maps though. Also, if you're looking for other Forge tutorials, there's also one on Pro Forge Racing's channel, Forge tutorial done by Cookie Monster, and there's also a one for roller coaster types on Can't Stop Donuts. So yeah, y'all can check those 2 out. If you look here, it's just really smooth. I mean, if you take your time on it and do exactly like that, I mean, you can make a really, really smooth track. And now, onto spirals. Many people like to make spirals. Basically, I would start a little bit earlier than this, but I guess I'll just start right here. Basically, what you do with each piece is while you're turning it, you're just gonna slowly raise it up instead of keeping it the same angle as the other pieces. What you do is you slowly raise it up. See, I'm slowly going higher. Well, for each piece, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just slowly go just a little bit higher for each piece. That way, it's not just gonna come up and just finish straight down. It's gonna come around right back to where you started and go right above it or below it, whichever way you want to make it, really. So I'll put in a few pieces here, then I'll speed it up again and let you check that out. But if you just look, I'm just slowly making it go up a little bit each time I turn. There we go, checking both sides just to make sure that they're even with the track. You don't have to do that if you're too lazy. I mean, even if you're not too lazy, if you just don't want to do that and you think you got it perfect, then that's fine. That's just what I've always done. I've always checked each side to make sure they're perfect with the track, the other parts of the track. Also, when you're making these, you don't want to make the turns too sharp. I mean, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. Go ahead. But for me, I don't like to make turns way too sharp because it just sometimes makes it either bumpy or just makes it look really, really sloppy. Which, I mean, if it's smooth, I don't really care if it looks crappy, or anything. But I just never like to make turns real fast, or real sharp, because it makes it look really bad. But looks don't matter. It's not really about looks. It's just about how smooth the track is or how enjoyable it is, whatever, depending on what type of person you are. I'll speed it up probably after this piece right here. Slide it up. Also, yeah, forging does get kind of boring. I mean, I don't make a track really fast. I usually take about 3 weeks on a track, maybe 2. It just depends on how much time I have and how patient I am. For me, I get really bored with making certain tracks. Unless I start a track and I find it really, really fun, I'll get really bored with it pretty easily. But here, I'll speed it up for you, and then I'll get a mongoose and race it and show you how it works. Basically, you can see how it's not just curving right down. It's coming around if you keep moving it up. And I'm making this kind of fast. So I'm not like trying to make it all perfect and stuff. But you can see you can kind of tell that it's going to come around right by where the mongooses are if you keep making it. If you see what I mean. So here, I'll race this. Get my mongoose here. But basically, I would start earlier for a spiral, but it doesn't really matter where you start. See, you can see how it's coming right back around to where the mongooses are. And that's what it would do. So here, I'll race it, and I'll show you how to do a wave now, man. Also not the best at waves, but I'm pretty good at waves. And basically, if you don't know what a wave is basically a bank turn, and you're making the turn while you're slowly tilting it down. So I guess in a way it could be like a heel type turn. Not really, but basically when you're turning, you continue to turn while you're slowly raising the track down. It's just it's just a different thing about bank turns that you can use instead of just having a whole track full of just regular bank turns. It's better to use a variety of turns and stuff, such as spirals or waves or whatever you want to do. So basically, what I do, I don't usually make it this steep, but I usually start off turning it a little bit before I start making it go down. I'll also kind of make it a little bit high up. I don't usually make it extremely high, but also when I'm making hills or anything like this, before I start going down, I'll put a piece that's the same angle as the last piece. I just think it makes it look better instead of just starting to go down from a big high piece. I think putting a piece at about the same angle will make it look just a little bit better than it would look without it. See, I mean, as you can see, I'm making it about the same angle as this piece. So yeah, I've always put another piece about the same angle, because for me, I think it looks better personally if I put another piece at the same angle before I start making it go down, because I don't think it looks too good if you're just going down from like a big steep piece, and that's a little bit too steep. Well, I usually make it a little bit less steep than that, but you can make it however steep you want, as long as it's able to drive on. But you can see here as I start to turn it, I'm making it go down just a little bit. And for those that have never made these before, you're going to get bumps the first time you make them. I still get some bumps on them, but it's just small little I mean, when you get better at them and stuff, there's going to be some little tiny bumps, but you can't really even notice it when you're driving on the track, so it's not a big deal if you get a bump. Don't be like, oh man, I got to restart this entire thing because I got some bumps on it. No, it's not that big of a deal. you won't be able to feel it at all in your mongoose, really. I mean, you think you will, but you really won't be able to. So yeah, just checking both sides. I'm a perfectionist, you know. I just try to make the track so perfect. It's just how I am, man. So yeah, just slowly turning it while you're slowly letting it go down. And I'll also make, this isn't like the only one I'm making. I'm going to make other ones. I'll make more force tutorials. I'll try to put one out each week. If I miss a week, I'm sorry, but I've been getting really busy. Plus, I still got to make the top 10 video. I'm surprised I even managed to make this, but yeah, I mean, I'll make one. I'll do one over the racetrack game type because a bunch of people still don't know how to do that. I'll do ones over hills and jumps and all that stuff. I'll try to do one over aesthetics, but I'm not that good at aesthetics, so I probably won't do that. Maybe I'll get somebody else that's good at it and make like a video, and I'll just commentate it and be like, oh yeah, I put that piece in there. Yeah, that's mine. I made that little cool design. But no, I've never been good at aesthetics, and I probably won't ever be good at aesthetics. But I don't really care. As long as my track looks good, that's all I care about. I'll also, when I figure out how to do the Racetracks game type, I'll make a tutorial for the Racetracks game type. But I have not looked at it yet, so I don't really know for sure how to do it. Of course, I know how to do it in Halo 3, but it's a lot different in Reach, I'm sure. But I'll check that out on Racetracks and figure out how to do that, and I'll make a tutorial for that eventually. But yeah, you can see the little bumps on that and the inside part. That's where you get the bumps. That is the inside part. But you're just slowly raising it down, and you're gonna get little tiny bumps. As you can see when I'm making it, you're getting small little bumps in the inside. Just look real closely here. See, you can see those little bumps where the track kind of pokes out a little bit. Not always, but some of the pieces you'll see little bumps, which isn't a big deal. Speed this up, guys. So yeah, and I mean, I don't know. For some people, waves aren't a big deal, or they're not really exciting, but I find them pretty exciting, and I find them more unique than just a regular bank turn. And I'll race it here. I'll race it here and show you. You can see that there's little bumps in there, but you can't really even notice them. Like, I mean, my mongoose isn't even moving. So yeah, well, that's a regular bank turn. And just remember, for your regular bank turn, you're not moving the angle, you're just going straight up. You're not changing the angle. And then your banked wave, you can see that I'm slowly going down as I'm turning it. And then your spiral, you're slowly moving it up as you're turning it instead of just keeping it the same angle. So spiral, you're slowly moving it up. Banked wave, you're slowly moving it down. And then a regular turn, you're just keeping it the same angle. And I'll show you again about this precision. About the LB and RB, you all know that makes your piece go up and down. And I'll show you that right here. If you see the LB and RB, see how that goes up a lot. But if you push in your left analog stick, watch how slow it'll go. Like, I am pushing my left analog stick up and down right now, and you can hardly tell. Like, you can see it kind of budging. I mean, that's precision right there. If you want your track to be smoother than that, you push. Make sure when you're moving your objects up and down to make them perfect, you just push them. Push the left analog stick in. That way, your track will be more, I guess you could say, smooth, because it would be more smooth. It'd be connected to the track better. So yeah, I'm gonna finish out this turn right here. I'm not really finish it out. I don't do it really good. I don't make it the best in the world I could. But I'll make it a little bit. I'll just kind of work on it a little bit. I didn't bring it around all the way, but that's fine with me. And I'll also, maybe after all my force tutorials, maybe video me making like 2 really good turns or something like that while I'm making a map, and then go back and just make that in fast motion and show you how I use all these techniques and what it'll look like if I'm actually, I'm really trying to make a really perfect track. And you can see how it turns out, but that'll be here in the distant future after I make all the other force tutorials. Yeah, once you're done, I wouldn't suggest to continue to go down. You can, it's whatever, but I always, once I get to the end of the turn, I always start coming up a little bit. And this, like I said, I didn't bring this all the way around like I usually do, but you can see how the turn will go up and down like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. Check out my channel, subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.